Hey Book Club, Dan here from One Man Book Club. Today's book review is going to be a little longer than 1 minute, and I hope you'll indulge me because I want to tell you about why I want my sons to read books about girls. It's all the fault of this wonderful little story right here, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, by Judy Blume. I was 11 years old the first time I read Margaret. I remember the cover, I remember my favorite quotes, and I remember having powerful feelings of empathy as I read it. Crushing on a boy? Margaret did that. I crushed on girls. Margaret wanted her body to grow. I did too. I sure was glad that I didn't have to go with my mom to get fitted for my first bra or learn what to do when I got my first period. Margaret taught me about girls, how they feel, how they think, what they go through. For 150 pages, I was able to step out of my 11-year-old boy shoes and into these 11-year-old girl shoes, and it was a profound experience. Margaret taught me empathy. She gave me perspective. She'd helped me to understand. She helped me to see girls as people, not as objects. And she showed me that boys and girls have a lot of common concerns. And for an 11-year-old, it was powerful. And honestly, I feel like Margaret changed my life. Now, as a reading advocate, I'm often asked for book lists for boys or book lists for girls. What would my son like? Or what would my daughter like? And, I totally get it, but I won't do it. I had to hide when I read about Margaret. I loved the Hardy Boys, and I wanted to read Nancy Drew too, but I was too embarrassed, so I never did. We want our kids to read, but boys don't want to read books that are for girls, and girls don't want to read books that are for boys. But that's dumb, because when we assign genders to books, we are denying our children this wonderful opportunity to learn empathy. Now, of course, the subjects of books may be more attractive to boys or girls, but that's dictated by preference, not by gender. So my recommendations for girls and boys will always be the same, because I believe that a book can be about a girl without being for a girl. So why do I want my boys to read books about girls? Because reading books about girls will make them better boys. Because there'll be boys who see girls as people, not as objects. Boys who understand the differences between boys and girls equals different but equal, not different and better. Boys who love their mothers, their sisters, and their wives. Boys who respect and admire girls. Boys who know that girls are smart and capable of anything. And boys who are champions and advocates for girls. Now, a couple of quick content notes about Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. The girls look at a Playboy magazine once and talk about it a couple of times. And at a party, they play Spin the Bottle and 2 Minutes in a Closet. And religion is a key plot point. But nothing that should discourage you from letting your kids read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. In fact, I highly encourage it. Best for 10 and up. And also, if you're interested in other books that will inspire empathy in your son or your daughter, try Swapped by Megan Shull or Flipped by Wendelin Van Draenen. They're both wonderful stories. Highly recommend them all, including Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Happy reading, everyone.